It is 5:34. I'm going to call the EISA Excellent in Student Achievement meeting to order. So our first topic to discuss is our focus group discussion.
Okay, so I will take that. So
Okay.
At the last school board meeting in October, actually I think it was 5 weeks ago exactly, we had a discussion in the board, just a quick little discussion as a board, talking about the presentation that Megan Doggett had sent to myself and I think some others about focus groups. And instead of running it as a subcommittee, because there's a lot of rules and regulations around that, we talked about running it through EISA. And so at the focus groups, only 2 of the 3 of us would be, or a maximum of 2 of the 3 of us would be able to attend the focus group. So that means, 1 or 2, and we can rotate around, take turns so that it's, we can make sure
I
somebody
think that
can
would
always
actually
be
work
there.
well for the 3 of us.
I think
since our
so.
schedules are pretty
Exactly.
busy
Yes.
outside of.
Absolutely. So it allows us to, make sure we are part of the process. We know what's going on. We can help support it. And we can report out to the board on what we're getting for information. The parents and the community members are going to gather a ton of information because we would like to do this with the administration, kind of like we've done in the past, where the administrators come in. They are able to answer questions. It's just good dialogue back and forth to make sure that everybody's kind of on the same page, because I think there's a lot of misinformation that gets shared, or just, things aren't always relayed 100%. So just making sure that that information that the community members have and the parents have is accurate is really important, especially as we're going into this budget season, and really understanding like what the things are that are happening in the buildings and why it's important to fund certain things and why maybe some other things it's not as critical. Those are great questions that we're going to be able to have with the actual administrators. So to make sure that this has some teeth to it, it has legs, I just wanted to make sure we brought it in here and discussed it as a subcommittee to really make sure that the administrators and the superintendent and everybody know that EISA is 100% committed to, working with, Megan Doggett and getting these focus groups up and running to make sure we have community support, community input, because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening, and we really need to, and she said it perfectly, we need to spark the engagement.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is how we do it. I think she's spot on this, all of this. I think I would like to, I think we should recommend, and the nice thing is I believe you're also chair of PR. So I would love to get PR involved in this as well. I think we need to hand them up in the fact that Heather is chair of both. It just makes it easier because she'll already have all of the information and she can really easily relay it to PR so that can happen. Megan already has a ton of ideas for how she would she already has some ideas for like messaging and things like that. So utilizing her, who, so we all have, tremendous amount of stuff going on, personal life, work life, and really heavy sometimes school board stuff. So utilizing somebody that is eager and wants to be involved, I think that's
Who does marketing for
who does, yes, exactly. So I think that would be, I think, that would be fantastic. And I think she and Micah together are, they're just going to go take it to a whole nother level.
My only thing is that she's looking to do another survey, and I feel like the community is pretty surveyed out.
I think they might be. So that's where these are her ideas, and I think, 1 or 2 of us should sit down with her. And I don't know if it's Bob, maybe Christine, because if we're going to try to also do this as, kind of working this in with like portrait of a graduate stuff too, and kind of like really narrowing down 100% how we want to do this. I know we really should probably focus on getting at least a couple meetings in November if we can, like really quickly, we should try to just get like the first one together and just have people come in that are interested in learning about or.
I also think if we can have Christine, because I know as a parent, there's a lot of things happening and there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of things that are moving or shifting. And I think a lot of parents are really afraid of what the quality of education their children are getting right now.
And she has all that information.
Yeah.
So I think, so if, like I said, I think if, one or two of us and Christine and Megan, I think that would be fantastic and I think we can hit the ground running, and then we can coordinate with PR to help get the message out about when we're gonna have our very first meeting.
Yeah.
And kind of go from there.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of where I'm at, but we can really talk more with her and really pare down, because I know the three of us have been doing this for a little while, and so we've seen things that have gone really well, and we've seen some things that haven't worked so well. So I think collectively, we can make sure that this is successful.
Yeah, for sure.
And Christine has done a ton of this stuff too. So
Yeah.
I think her perspective will be also very important.
So do we have any tentative dates, or are we just thinking we should email Megan?
I think we will.
I just know
she'll probably be
my
here.
November is filling up very quickly.
Yes, I know. Yes. So she'll probably be at the board meeting tonight.
Okay.
So I will catch her ear real quick and see if we can set something up with her. If she can send us her availability for, I don't know if she, basically now through.
I mean, I can set up a Teams link. I can set up a.
Right, because we don't have to do it in person.
I mean, I can set up a Zoom, so I have accounts for all of that.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. So we'll reach out to her. We'll get her availability from now through next week. And then we'll see which one or two of us can make that work with Christine, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. And then, because it'd be really nice, actually, it'd be nice if we could try to do something before next Thursday, if at all possible. Just have that, initial call and try to get something out, like come up with a date for when, because we could announce it at the next meeting, which I think will have a lot of attention.
Yes.
So if we could try to come up with a date when we're gonna try to maybe do our next focus group.
Okay.
Our first focus group meeting, if we could have that for next Thursday, I think that would be fantastic.
Okay.
So, that was really all I had at this point, but like I said, I just wanted to make sure that this whole thing really had the full support of this subcommittee, because I think that's really important, and I think that, the administrators knowing that there's full support. I know at the board meeting, not everybody was here, but the board members that were there were very supportive of it, so.
I have next Monday evening open. The 11th is technically a holiday.
It is, you're right.
So, I mean, I have some time during the day, but I don't want to take away from people that may celebrate.
I might actually.
And then I have the 12th in the evening, because we're not meeting until the board, so.
Right. So, and I believe
I just don't have any flexibility really during the day this week.
Yeah, I don't during the day typically. I think Monday evening I might actually be available as well.
Monday evening, you said?
Yeah.
It is sports awards.
Oh.
Kids are going.
Right.
Well,
I don't have.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, again,
I have until
I have Tuesday.
5:30.
I have Tuesday and Wednesday evening available.
Okay.
So if you need, I mean, I don't know what you have, because I know.
Yeah, and I think I have Tuesday, Wednesday.
I just know all three of us can't go, or it's a meeting.
Yeah,
Right,
you know what?
absolutely.
I can't do Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. So
I
I'll
can't
see what she
do
has.
Tuesday afternoon.
That's fine. I'll see what she has for.
Or I could even do Tuesday earlier. I have a personal appointment at 9, and then I think I have another one at like 3. So
That's fine. So we'll.
Yeah, I could do earlier.
Okay. So I'll just talk to her and have her send us what her availability is, and I'll ask her for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because it sounds like you could at least meet with her Monday if she could do Monday evening. I know we can't, but at least if we could get that initially, because I think, we've done enough of this stuff together. I think where we're at.
Yeah.
So I think
Absolutely.
that would be, fine if it's just, if it could only be one, but just to get the meeting sooner than later. So, okay, awesome. I'll connect with her next.
Okay. Do we have a next meeting date?
You know what? We should we don't technically have a next meeting date yet, I don't believe, but I
Can
wonder.
we ask Phyllis what the,
Well, I think,
Where
my guess is we should probably,
I just don't know what other committee meetings are happening next.
right, the next one, I think we're gonna have to do a, policy personnel meeting before the next meeting, but we can also, depending on what's going on, if we need to, we could always schedule a non-Wednesday
Okay,
quick ISA meeting too,
Okay.
to get this going, if that works out for anybody, just to keep things moving. So, and it wouldn't have to be, crazy long, and we could pick the time.
okay,
So we can always do that as well. But I would say if we could, I'll talk to Bob and see what he has, for policy personnel, because I know there's a lap of people. Because if he only needs like a 30-minute meeting, we might be able to do
Yeah.
ISA at 5,
Yeah.
policy personnel at 5:30,
Mhm.
yeah,
and kind of just get
Yeah.
things moving. So I'll just see how much he thinks he's gonna need.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Do we have any public comment? Anything else before we adjourn?
I don't think so.
All right, so we are adjourning at 5:46.
Okay.